Hello mathematicians, welcome back to Number Corner. For Number Corner today, you will be working on your Number Corner Checkup 4, Part 2. You will be working on this assessment in Seesaw today, so you won't need any materials. Let's jump into Seesaw and have a look at your assessment. Today, you will be finishing your Number Corner Checkup number 4 by working on Part 2. Page 1 has the same reminders for you that you had yesterday. Remember, when you work on this assessment, listen to the directions on each page. Work on your own using your own thinking. Try to solve all of the problems, even the ones you don't fully understand. Explain how you solved the problems when the problem asks you to. You can use pictures, words, and numbers in your explanations. If you need any of the problems read to you, you can always click the play button. Let's look at our first page. On page 2, you will be working on number 6, letter B. Remember, you need to write an equation to match this story problem. You will solve that equation using numbers, pictures, or words to show your thinking. Letter B. There were 44 candies in the box. Jenny ate 20 of the candies. Then her friend gave her 6 more candies. How many candies does Jenny have now? Write your equation on the bottom and show all of your work. On the next page, you are being asked to use these tiles to fill in a rectangle. Number 7 says follow the directions below to partition. That means to split or divide this rectangle into rows and columns of the same size squares. You'll cover the rectangles with square inch tiles. Remember, when you use the rectangles, make sure that they are touching but not overlapping to fill up this whole rectangle with tiles. Once you've filled up the rectangle with your tiles, letter A says how many squares are there in each row? Letter B says how many squares are there in each column? And letter C says write an equation to tell how many squares in all. You can write your equation down here. The next page is showing you another square. Number 8 wants you to use this square to do the problems below. Letter A says partition, split or divide the square into 2 equal shares. You can use the pen tool to split up this square, or if you would like a nice straight line, you can use this green line. You can move this green line to change its direction to separate, split or divide or partition, however you'd like to say it, your square into 2 equal shares. How you separate, split or divide your square is up to you. Letter B says what is the fraction name for each part? Number 9 is another story problem. Sarah had 2 sandwiches that were exactly the same size. She cut each sandwich into 4 equal shares, like this. Here's sandwich 1 and sandwich 2. Letter A says what is the fraction name of each part of sandwich 1? And letter B says what is the fraction name of each part of sandwich 2? Letter C says Sarah says that one of the parts of sandwich 1 is exactly the same amount as one of the parts of sandwich 2. Do you agree with Sarah? Use pictures, numbers, or words to prove your answer. you can show your work down here. Your last problem is number 10. Number 10 says Troy's grandma made a giant pancake for Troy and his 2 little brothers. She gave Troy a knife and asked him to split the pancake so that all 3 of the boys get exactly the same amount. Letter A says Troy isn't sure how to cut this pancake. Draw in the circle to show him how. The dot in the middle is a blueberry. Letter B says what is the fraction name of each part of the pancake. If you need to hear any of these questions read to you again, remember you have a play button on each page with the directions. Take your time to do your best work, your best thinking, to answer each question on each page. When you're all finished, turn this in to show your teacher. And I'll see you next time for Number Corner.